we continue with our subtopic, the MAGI. And the last time we left where now the MAGI and visited and come now to see Jesus, and they present now the gifts, you know, to Mary and Joseph. And we also talked about the spiritual meaning or the symbolic meaning of the three gifts that were presented to Jesus. And why was it important that the MAGI had to come to visit Jesus? You know, considering now they were not even relatives. They were not relatives to Jesus. They had come from far. I believe they were not even Jews. Why was it important now for the MAGI to come to visit Jesus? And number one, after now the MAGI breaks now the news to King Herod that Jesus, a king, has been born. There was a grudge that grew in King Herod, and now King Herod started now hunting for Jesus, and he even declared in the whole region that the two all boys under 2 years should be, you know, killed. He started now killing all the boys that were born and they were under 2 years at that time. Remember last time we said that Jesus at the time, now the MAGI came to visit Jesus. Jesus probably was around now 2 years. So according to that information, King Herod now ordered all the boys under 2 years and below to be killed. So now, number one, this gift that they brought to the parents of Jesus. Remember, Jesus was born from a very poor family. They were peasant. They were, you know, they were just, you know, the common mwananchi, if you can call it, and they were just poor, you know. And so now this gift, it changed now the life of Mary and Joseph, because remember, gold, it is very, very valuable. You sell even a small portion of gold and your life now changes. I want you to imagine now these rich men, we said that it was a delegation now coming all the way. And look at this delegation now getting to the village of, you know, they get to Herod, and they left Herod, and now they proceeded, and now they came to the village of Joseph. Imagine the neighbors, imagine, you know, and start speculating. Maybe it's the relatives from afar, and you know, you can just imagine the whole village. The whole village was surprised as well of the events that were happening. So, meaning also the gold was not safe and secure, you know, to stay there, you know. So now the Lord appears to Joseph, and he orders Joseph, or rather he tells Joseph that he needs now to run away, to go to Egypt. Remember, Egypt, from the ancient Egypt, where when you know, Joseph was being sold to Egypt, Egypt was a super country, was, you know, a very developed country. Egypt in our today world, it's like maybe London or USA, you know, according to those times now. So Egypt was a super country. It was very developed. So it's like now coming from the village and going now to the city. So now Joseph and Mary, they started now their journey to Egypt. One of the things is that these gifts that were presented to Jesus, we said that it initially changed their life. They could move around. Remember, living in a city, it's very expensive, and this gift now sustain them. You know, their stay in Egypt, their travel. Remember, they are new now in Egypt, so it rather sustained them, you know, to live now in the city, to live in a foreign land, you know. Yeah, so it sustained them. It was very, very helpful to this family, and it changed, you know. And now Egypt, you know, coming to Egypt, now Jesus was introduced now to maybe even other languages. He was even introduced now to maybe the education, you know, in Egypt. So now these gifts they changed the life of this family, the family of Joseph, Mary, and their son Jesus. And now they how long did they stay in Egypt? It's not recorded in the Bible as well, but it is approximated that they could have maybe they stayed in Egypt for around 3 to 4 years. And now the end, the age now appears to them again, and he tells them now, you know what, go back now to your home, go back to Israel, go back. So now they start now their journey to come back. The Bible says, I don't know if I can find that verse very quickly. After, yes, Matthew chapter 2 and verses number 19. After Herod died, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt, verses number 20, and said, get up, take the child and his mother and go to the land of Israel, for those who are trying to take the child's life are dead. So Herod now is dead. So who took over after Herod died? Remember, this Herod that we are talking about is in other names, he is called Herod the Great. He ruled all over Israel as a king. So now before now Herod died, the kingdom, he divided into 4 parts, but most of theologians will tell you that it was divided in three parts. Yeah, and now these 3 parts, he gave each portion to each of his son now, to 3 sons that he had, and now a name was given to them. The Tentriarch. So now the Tentriarch. So how many were they? We already said it was divided into 4. So now let's go through and see who now ruled Israel after Herod the Great, died. Number 1, the 4 tetrarch. Tetrarch number 1 is called Tetrarch Archiras. Maybe I will write the spelling in the comment section. Tetrarch the Archiras, who ruled now in Judah, which was, he was like a firstborn, so he was given a very large portion, and character-wise, he took after his father, so he was quite a bit harsh, so he ruled in Judea. And number 2, it was Herod the Philippi. It's called the Philippi, not Philip, Philippi. So Philippi, still I will put the spelling in the comment section. Herod the Philippi. And who ruled now in Galilee and the northeast of Galilee. And now number 3, we have Herod Antipas. Herod Antipas ruled in Galilee, Pelea, and also he ruled in the area of Nazareth. And number 4, it was, of course, a woman. Women were not so much, recorded in the Bible. It was Tetrarch Salome 1. Yes, Tetrarch Salome 1. And it was given a very, very small portion around the area of the Mediterranean coast. The 4 tetrarchs that now took over after Herod the Great. And now Jesus, when they came back, they feared going back to Judea because Archiras was very harsh. So they feared that he might come hunting for them. So they went now to live in the area of, in the area of Herod Antipas, in the area of Galilee, Nazareth. Shalom. Thank you. Please follow me.